Good afternoon. I'm here to talk about why the nuclear bomb occurs. I think before I get into why the nuclear bomb occurs, I just want to kind of give a history on it because I think my video would be too short if I just go straight into how the nuclear bomb occurs. So, just to give a little history, um, the nuclear bomb was manufactured during a project called the Manhattan Project. So the U.S. government was afraid that other countries were developing nuclear weapons, so they decided to come up with their own project called the Manhattan Project, where the first nuclear bomb was produced. It was actually headed up by the Army Corps of Engineers. It was headed by General Leslie Groves. He was the director um, for the Manhattan Project. So they decided to, during the project, they decided to come up with this bomb. And so they decided to use uranium-235. And so uranium-235 was radioactive and it readily underwent fusion. So they figured that that would be a good product to create a nuclear bomb. So what happened was they decided to go about it using the gun type assembly. So what they did was they used a chemical explosion to push two subparticles of uranium-235 together, and that would begin the fusion of the uranium-235. So during the fusion, what happens is, just like I wrote on my worksheet, so a neutron collides with a uranium atom, which in turn splits the atom, releasing energy and neutrons. And when it releases more neutrons, then those neutrons collide with more atoms and they continue to split. And that's what creates the energy and the release of the heat, which ultimately is just becomes a self-sustaining process. And the energy and the heat are released, which causes that explosion. So during the atomic bomb, that's what created that explosion during the atomic bomb, and that's called the chain reaction. So on August 6, 1945, the United States released a bomb on Hiroshima. It was called the Little Boy, and it killed over 80,000 people, and it said it to be equivalent to 15,000 tons of TNT. It caused mass destruction. I've actually had the pleasure of going to Hiroshima, and you can still see. They still have one monument that's up there where you see. It's like a museum, and you still see the from what the destruction was from that atomic bomb. And I think people still are having effects from that atomic bomb. So ultimately, the bomb occurs because of the chain reaction. The neutron splits the uranium, which splits and makes more neutrons, and then those neutrons split with more uranium, and it's just everything continues to split, causing a chain reaction, releasing heat and energy and creating the explosion. Thank you for listening, and I hope I explained it appropriately. Thank you.